Hey guys, it's Ashley with My Soul on Fire, and today we're talking alcohol inks. I'm so excited because I love doing alcohol inks. I know I say that all the time. I'm always excited about everything that I'm doing, but I really love alcohol inks. They are so versatile. There are so many different things that you can do with these alcohol inks. And today I'm going to show you one of my I really can't pick. I always say everything's my favorite. But this is definitely one of my favorite things. We're going to do the Crackle method. And this is just so amazing looking when it's done. Now, I'm just going to very briefly talk about alcohol inks. Nothing too bad. I'm not going to get into like the history of how they came about. I am going to say that a lot of people do make their own alcohol inks. I know that there are tutorials out there on how to do it. I have never made my own alcohol inks. Maybe I'll try at one point, and if it works out, show you guys how it's done. But I really don't have the time. I have nothing but respect for those that take that time to make them. I know some people that have made them and used them and absolutely love them and swear by them, and that is amazing. I just don't have the time. This here, what I do here, takes up so much of my time anyway. I definitely make sure that I'm spending plenty of time with my kids, and you know, I have a full-time outside of the house job too. So this is enough. I purchase my alcohol inks and I'm okay with that. Sometimes I really do like to do it myself, but I've had to kind of limit that because I wouldn't have any time for my family if I let that happen. So what I have here, the majority of the brands, the majority of the inks that I have are the Tim Holtz brand, and that is simply because it's what I can find around here very readily. I love this brand. I have nothing to say negative about this brand. They typically come in packs of 3. They'll be in little color stories, or 3 different colors that go together, or themes or something like that. And they're super great inks. I love them. And I can get them very readily at my local Michael's. There's usually quite a selection there too. Another brand that, and I should say that I am not sponsored in any way by any of these brands here. This is just my personal opinions. Another brand that I do have some piñatas. I don't have as many like vibrant colors in the piñatas as I do in the Tim Holtz, but I have heard wonderful things about the piñatas as well. Right here, this is just kind of a sampling of what I have. Right here, what I brought out were just my black and my white piñata, but I do have a few other colors in the piñata. And they're beautiful as well. Some people really swear by the piñatas and think that they have the best, most vibrant colors, but I've heard the same thing about the Tim Holtz. So another favorite of mine is actually the Marabou, and I'm going to be doing something with another Marabou product, hopefully really soon as well. I really like Marabou. It's a really great brand, and I actually get these Marabou. I get these off of Dick Blick. dickblick.com, and they have some really great deals. I mean, for me, I feel like they're fairly inexpensive, usually $2.99 a bottle for most of them, $3.99 at most. Now, some of these are going to be alcohol inks. I do have quite a few mixatives as well. Here's one. Here's like a copper mixative. Mixatives you have to be really careful with because a little goes a long way. So just be very careful with mixatives, and remember, keep them mixed. They're not like your typical alcohol ink. They will separate, and all of the mixatives have like a little, can you hear that? A little ball in there to help you mix them. So always mix them before using them. One of my favorite things that I have that's actually a Marabou brand is this rainbow. It is so pretty. It's like a mixative, and it's got like, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Let me shake it up a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, there's no way you're probably going to be able to see that. But it's like an iridescent, yeah, I doubt that that's gonna come across very well on here, but it's got like an iridescent, gosh, I hope you can see that. It's got an iridescent transparent iridescent look to it, and it is so pretty. So I will a lot of times use that, you know, like kind of mixed in with my other colors, and it is so pretty. And I think actually that is the mixative that I'm gonna choose to use today, because with the Crackle, yeah, with the Crackle, I think that I want to go a little bit lighter on a mixative. Let me get some of these out of the way. All right, so what I've pulled, and who knows if I'm going to use them all, or maybe I'll pull some more out, I don't know. But what I've pulled, just kind of starting out, is a Marabou Bordeaux. The Bordeaux by Marabou. The Rainbow, of course, which I've shown you already. The Pool by Tim Holtz. The Stream. The rest of these are all Tim Holtz. Wild Plum. Sorry, there's like glitter and like epoxy stuck to some of these bottles. The Purple Twilight. The Indigo. That's kind of a nasty looking bottle. Cranberry. You can tell they are heavily used. And Pink Sherbet. So those are what I pulled so far. I might change my mind. I might do it a little bit different. I'm not sure. But those are the ones that I've started with. And like I said, maybe I won't use them all. What I have done to begin is I have my tumbler and I have prepped it and spray painted it white. Now, a lot of people do ask me, do you prep your cups before you spray paint them? I never used to. I really never used to. And in the ones that I never did, I never had any problems with either. But I did eventually start doing just a very light sanding before I spray painted it. I mean, it's not even really that noticeable unless you're looking up really close at it, just for that little bit of extra reassurance that, yeah, I did that, and just, you know, just to be extra sure. So I've got this one done. It is painted, and this is just a 20-ounce skinny. I believe this is a 20-ounce skinny from Stainless Steel Depot. I get a lot of stuff from there, and then I also get some of the one, and I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I also get some by Ozark Trail at Walmart. Again, not sponsored by any of that. Just my preferences. So I'm going to start off with my Reynolds wrap, and don't want to waste this, so I'm just going to get enough of this out to wrap my cup. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's going to be more than enough. I've got my zip Reynolds wrap that has that awesome thing. I love that stuff. Again, they're not paying me. I promise. Okay, so now I've got my piece of wrap. Oh gosh, you can see my stained crafting table. Well, you know what? That's just the life of a crafter. Nothing stays white or pretty for long. Okay, this is my plastic wrap. And I've got it. That should be perfect to wrap around my cup. Maybe slightly too big, but not bad. So basically what I'm just going to do is I am going to start with a color and kind of sprinkle it about a bit. And I'm trying to think, yeah, I think I'm just going to kind of do this. So I'm just going to kind of put some random dots of these colors around, like so. Just like that. I think I'm going to go, that was the Pool. I think I'm going to go with some Wild Plum. And kind of mix some of them together a little bit too. I love that look. Like when you put like a little bit of the Wild Plum in the middle of the Pool. That looks beautiful. That's one thing that I love about these alcohol inks, is that they can combine and just be so beautiful together. I think I'm gonna put some of this stream in. Maybe not a whole lot of the stream, just a little bit, because it's a darker color. I don't want it to overpower completely. Let me see here. Let's put some of this pink sherbet in. Pink sherbet. Okay. Ooh, I kind of like how that looks in the blue. A little bit. Let that mix a bit. Pretty. I'm going to use some of this Bordeaux, the Marabou Bordeaux. Oh! I forgot that the Marabou is slightly different, and it will pour. You have to take the lid off, or yeah, you have to take the lid off. Let me kind of mop some of that up. My bad. You take the little cone lid off on these. You don't screw them off, and I got so into my Tim Holtz that I forgot about that. So I'm going to fix this little spot that I kind of overdid a little bit. This Bordeaux is actually a really beautiful color too. You know what, I might not need to. I think I'm just gonna go back into that spot with another color and help kind of move it around. Okay. I'm gonna actually go in with some of my Pool and put some of my Pool in the middle of that Bordeaux. It's already creating some real pretty purple colors and stuff too. Now I've got the, this is the Indigo. Indigo is a very bold color, so be careful with it. Be very careful with it. Okay. And maybe just a little bit of the Purple Twilight. I'm not really sure how Purple Twilighty I want to get. Let me see if I can get a little bit more in the, there we go. So you can see the whole thing. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wear gloves, people. Don't follow my bad example. Just a little bit. Just going to kind of do like little trails of the cranberry. And now I'm going to go back in and get some of these other colors that I used before and put those in again. You don't want to put so much that it starts to be muddy though, and you want to pay close attention to the colors that you're putting together. You don't want to put a bunch of colors that are going to turn to brown. Okay, and it's okay if you've got gaps, because you do want some of that. You do want some areas, you want some areas of white too, like that's the beauty of the crackle. So I'm going to put a little bit. Okay. And wild plum. Okay. Now I'm going to take some of my rainbow, shake it up real well, and I'm going to remove the top correctly this time. And guess what? I haven't opened the rainbow yet. Forgot to pop through the top on that one. These you just have to take a little push pin like such in there and kind of pop it through. I didn't do that because this is a new bottle of rainbow. Okay. Oh, this is gorgeous. Gosh, I wish you guys could see this. And I doubt it's like, it's almost like putting little puddles of diamonds on there. Do you see that, Brooklyn? Mm-hmm. My 11-year-old just walked in and she's kind of watching me a little bit. Is that not beautiful?
Well, it is really pretty. Yeah,
that's gorgeous. Okay. And now, oh my gosh, that's so pretty, guys. You guys have to go buy this rainbow. It's so pretty. Okay. I wish I was affiliated with them and could get you a coupon code or something, but I'm not. Okay, so now I'm going to take this. I'm going to lay it on here. And I am going to roll this bad boy up. But the key is to not, oh, that was actually pretty perfection. The key is to really kind of get it, not mush it, but kind of get it to crumple a little bit as you're putting it on there. You definitely don't want it to just be on there flat. You want to make sure that you're crinkling it a bit as you're doing it. Okay. I'm going to fix this because it didn't actually go all the way here. So I'm going to fix this now and get it to go all the way there. And then I am going to keep this in the saran wrap for 24 hours and let it dry. Okay. So this is it wrapped a little bit more correctly. You want a lot of this crinkle here. I'm hoping that it turns out all right because I really wasn't paying close attention this time when I was wrapping it, and I think I smeared it a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see what it looks like. So this is it wrapped. You want it all kind of smushy because that's what gives it its pattern and makes it pretty. But yeah, I've got it all the way around now. Okay, 24 hours. All right, hey guys, I'm back and I've let this sit for 24 hours and we are going to open it up now. I think we've still got a little bit of wet like around the rim, so that's kind of a bummer, but the rest should be pretty dry. I can find where the edge is here. Oh, this is looking cool. All right. This is looking really cool. Like I said, I got a little bit of a situation going on up top, but the rest of this cup looks so awesome, guys. Check it out. That's so pretty. I love it. I love the way these look. Now I am going to take on this part that it actually stayed a little bit wet. I'm just going to take some of this plastic wrap, make my mark on it, man. And that will help. Okay, good. Looks pretty good. All right. Okay, so here it is, guys. Check it out. I love it. I am going to let this sit just a little bit longer, and it's so pretty. I don't know if you can see really close up, if you can see that rainbow ink at all, but it gives it almost like a very, very fine glittery rainbow effect. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not. But I love that rainbow color. So basically, I'm just going to let this finish drying now because there was just that little, most of it is dry, but there was just that little bit at the top rim that didn't quite, and I had a feeling that I had done that. I should have fixed it, but I was worried about messing everything else up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that finish drying and then I'm going to seal it. I'm just going to seal it with my clear spray paint. And when you're doing that, you don't want to put big, thick coats on it. You just want to put very thin, quick layers on it. Put that thin, quick layer on it, let it dry, and then I put another thin, quick layer on it, let that dry, and then I will epoxy it and be done. At that point, like after it's got its first coat of epoxy, you can put any kind of cool emblem or anything that you would like on it. I don't think I'm going to do anything like that if I put anything on it. I love the designs in these, so I kind of let these cups speak for themselves. If I'm going to put any kind of emblem on it, it's going to be like a name or like a saying. It's not going to be anything too big because I really want this design, this crackle design, to show. All right, guys. Thanks again for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out in the link below, check out Shimmer Tree Glitter, and please check out my new Facebook page. I'm going to put a link to that. It's a Facebook group, I should say. This is a place to go for people that are crafters, that make cups, or are really seriously thinking about getting into making cups. It's a place to go to ask all of your questions. I can't always get to the questions in the comments below, so this is a really good forum to be able to do that. If I can't get to answer your questions, then you guys can also, you know, sort of help and answer each other's questions. It's a place to go to share, and it's a place to go to be supportive of one another. It's not a place to go to troll and things like that. I do not allow that in my group. You will not be allowed in the group if things like that are happening. But please check it out. And again, thank you.